Sunday, October 14th. This is why we rush to get crops off the field, because our weather does stuff like this. The snow absolutely beat the beans down, laid them all over. Only a couple inches worth, but enough to make things interesting again. So people always ask me, like, why do you guys take the corn when it's 20 to 25%, and why do you guys push it like that? Because of this. This is why we have to push it in Minnesota. So I should have mentioned, those beans are not out here. They're close to my folks' place. We seem to have gotten more snow where I live, just a few miles away. The LEDs made a huge difference on the 8970, as to be expected. Just pulling it out of the shop, and I thought about I did make one pass, like 100 feet in a field close by, just to see if it would go, and it won't. So I'm back here. I'm just going to slide it along the shed here so it's out of the way in case we need to pull the grain cart in there. We don't have a tarp on the cart, so it's kind of nice to be able to pull the cart in if need be. So I'm going to park this along the side where we can still get a cord to it to plug it in, and maybe go look over some equipment. If we're able to harvest corn today, that's still to be determined. It's going to be muddy, there's no doubt about that, but it's going to be muddy for the next couple days. So if the crops are ready, we might have to try it and see if it'll go, but I don't know, that's to be determined. I'd say these turned out really well. They're really cast light way out there. Those are just 4 in the front, got 8 in the back. You could really see the ripper, and it casts way out to the side, so the spring, it'll be nice with the mulch finisher. Yeah, they turned out very nice. Well, we are picking, shelling, whatever you want to call it, some corn here. It's a little on the wet side for moisture, just all the rain we've had, but it's muddy as well. This field's always muddy. But this field's going to be slow going, so we decided that we don't really mind the wet corn because we're at like 1/3 of the speed we normally can go. And a lot of it I'm only able to pick one way. This is right in the path of where the F2 came through, so it's a mess. It's a mess here, but I want to show you guys something. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at that. What is that? What is that? We haven't seen that in like 15 days. Whoa. And for those of you that were worried you weren't going to see us picking in the corn, if you had your doubts, even though we had all that rain, we are fighting ourselves through some mud right now with down corns. I mean, I can't see where the row is. 2, I can't steer with it when I do find it because I got getting sucked all around the place with all this mud. Oh boy. There we go. We're out of it now. Unbelievable. One challenge after another. We'll make it. The first truck here. We like to get at least one truck in the wet tank so that there's enough for, in case something happens in the field, that the dryer will be able to run. So whoever brings the next truck in will start the dryer, and we'll get it going from there. It's coming in 24.93%. So a little on the wet side, but doable. Especially for how slow we're going, we're going to take it because we need all the harvest hours we can get this fall because Mother Nature's not playing nice with us. So while I'm dumping the back little bit of the truck, I'm almost done here. As we talk, we don't leave corn in this because corn gets hot, especially if it's at high moisture, and it'll rot, and then it won't want to flow out, and when it rots, it's not worth really anything. So when we know we're going to get rained out, or when we get rained out, we dry it to the point where there's nothing left in the wet tank, and the dryer's full. And the reason we keep the dryer full, 2 reasons: it's got to be full to run, and that cycle, if you were to just dump it, the corn has to work its way down in these about 1.5 foot or 1 foot tubes that go around the burners in the middle. that's the timing, you know, how it works itself down and how long it's in there. If you just dump it and then start over, well, the corn at the bottom isn't dry, so we end up having to recycle it around to get it to come back in again to go dry. So the other purpose of having the corn in there is that the corn, for the most part, keeps the rain out of the burners. Water in the burners can have issues for getting the gas to come out into the burners and the spark and get the flame to make heat, obviously. So last little bit here, this holds about 3,000 bushel. Like I said, next truck in is going to start the dryer. First time running the cart this year. Muddy field, standing water ahead of us, full send. Oh boy. Don't fail me now, sweetheart. The old timers always tell you where the water is, the ground's firm, and where it's the edge of the water is where it's the most sticky. We are gonna mud the crops out this year, boys and gals. Guys and gals, look at that. Kind of sliding, I'm kind of sliding, but we're getting it done. We are getting in our evening groove, starting to move some corn. Early evening right now, but we're starting to get in the groove. Guys are starting to show up to drive trucks and cart and everything. We're going to start hitting some acres now, finishing off the section of the field that we can only pick in one direction, and we'll be back to cruising here in a short while. Freightliner's loaded, KW is empty, cart's going, combine's going, we're moving now.